Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Days of Our Lives' latest episode. The latest developments on Days of Our Lives have left fans questioning whether Rafe and Eli are chasing the truth in the right direction, or if they are unknowingly stepping further away from the answers they desperately need. As the storyline unfolds, viewers are watching two of Salem's most trusted investigators head toward Alamania, convinced that the key to unraveling the mystery lies overseas. But mounting clues suggest that the truth may already be hiding much closer to home. Rafe Hernandez and Eli Grant have never been the type to back down from a challenge. Both men have built reputations on instinct, experience, and an unshakable belief in following the evidence wherever it leads. Their decision to travel to Alamania is not random. It stems from a trail of information that appears to point directly to an international connection tied to recent chaos in Salem. However, as fans analyze each scene, many are beginning to wonder whether this trip is a necessary step forward or a dangerous distraction. The urgency behind the journey cannot be ignored. Salem has been shaken by secrets, betrayals, and hidden alliances, and Rafe and Eli are under immense pressure to bring clarity before more damage is done. Their investigation has already uncovered links that suggest Alamania may be the origin of critical information. Yet, at the same time, subtle details emerging back in Salem hint that someone closer may be pulling the strings as the storyline progresses. The tension grows between what Rafe and Eli believe they know and what the audience can clearly see unfolding around them. This contrast is fueling intense speculation among viewers, many of whom believe the show is deliberately steering the characters away from the truth to build suspense. Rafe, in particular, seems deeply committed to the idea that Alamania holds the answers. His determination appears driven not only by logic, but by a sense of responsibility. He knows that every wrong move costs time, and time is something Salem does not have. Eli, on the other hand, brings a more cautious energy to the mission. While he trusts Rafe, he also appears aware that international leads can be misleading, especially when powerful figures are involved. What makes this journey even more intriguing is the timing. Events in Salem are escalating rapidly, relationships are fracturing, secrets are slipping through cracks, and certain characters are behaving in ways that raise serious red flags. While Rafe and Eli prepare to cross borders, viewers are left watching familiar faces back home, who seem far too calm given the circumstances. This has led many fans to ask a critical question. Why would the truth be hidden halfway across the world when evidence suggests it may already be within arm's reach? Soap operas are known for misdirection, and Days of Our Lives has mastered the art of sending characters on dramatic journeys that ultimately serve a greater narrative purpose. Some viewers believe the Alamania trip is a strategic misstep orchestrated by someone who wants Rafe and Eli out of Salem. By sending them away, whoever is responsible gains time and freedom to act without scrutiny. Others think the journey will reveal partial truths. While the real revelation waits quietly back home, there is also the possibility that Alamania is not the destination, but the catalyst. The trip could force Rafe and Eli to confront uncomfortable realizations about the people they trust. It could expose inconsistencies that only become obvious once they step away from Salem and view the situation from a distance. The writers appear to be playing a long game, carefully balancing action with psychological tension. Every conversation, every glance, and every delayed response feels intentional. Fans are dissecting dialogue for hidden meanings, particularly moments where characters dismiss concerns too quickly or offer explanations that feel rehearsed. As Rafe and Eli move forward with their plans, the emotional weight of their decision becomes clearer. They are not just chasing answers, they are risking their safety, their careers, and potentially their lives. Alamania is unknown territory, and unknown territory is where mistakes happen. Meanwhile, back in Salem, the atmosphere grows heavier. The absence of two key investigators creates a noticeable void. Other characters are forced to step into roles they may not be prepared for, and that shift alone could have consequences. Power dynamics begin to change, and secrets that were once carefully guarded start to feel exposed. Fans who have followed Days of Our Lives for years know that distance often brings clarity. Sometimes characters must leave Salem to truly understand what has been right in front of them all along. The question is whether Rafe and Eli will realize this in time. As the storyline continues, one thing is certain. The journey to Alamania is not just about geography, it is about perception, trust, and the dangerous assumption that answers always lie somewhere else. In Salem, the truth has a way of hiding in plain sight, waiting for the right moment to surface. And as viewers watch Rafe and Eli take this risky step, the lingering thought remains. What if the answers they are searching for are already closer than they think? The idea that the truth may already be closer than Rafe and Eli realize is becoming harder to ignore as events in Salem continue to unfold without them. while the two men prepare for their journey to Alamania, subtle but telling developments back home suggest that key answers are quietly aligning right under everyone's noses. Several characters in Salem are behaving differently now that Rafe and Eli are distracted. Conversations feel more guarded, reactions seem rehearsed, and certain individuals appear far too confident that the investigation will stall overseas. For longtime viewers, these shifts are impossible to overlook. Days of Our Lives has always relied on timing, and the timing of this trip raises serious questions. One of the biggest red flags is how quickly the Alamania leads surfaced. The information seemed convenient, almost too neat, as if it were designed to pull attention away from something urgent unfolding locally. Fans have noted that major revelations in Salem often happen when investigators are temporarily removed from the equation. This pattern alone has fueled speculation that Rafe and Eli's absence is not accidental within the story. As Salem adjusts to life without its top investigators, other characters are forced into uncomfortable positions. Some step up in unexpected ways, while others retreat into the background, hoping not to draw attention. It is within these moments of silence and hesitation that the truth often hides. Viewers are particularly focused on characters who suddenly have more freedom to act. Without Rafe and Eli asking questions, old alliances begin to resurface. Long-standing grudges simmer beneath the surface, and secrets that were once carefully managed start to leak through subtle slips of dialogue and body language. Meanwhile, Rafe's confidence in the Alamania lead remains strong. From his perspective, the evidence makes sense. International connections, hidden funding, and foreign ties have all played roles in past Salem scandals. Yet this time, something feels different. The lack of urgency from those left behind suggests that Salem itself may be the real crime scene. Eli, though supportive, seems increasingly uneasy. His instincts are sharp, and there are moments where his hesitation is clear. Small pauses, thoughtful glances, and unanswered questions hint that he may already suspect they are being steered in the wrong direction. The tension between following the lead and trusting intuition adds depth to the storyline and keeps viewers guessing. Fans are also revisiting earlier episodes, searching for clues that may have been overlooked. A passing comment, a look exchanged between characters, a detail dismissed too quickly. In soap operas, these moments rarely exist without purpose, and Days of Our Lives is known for rewarding attentive viewers. The emotional stakes of this storyline continue to rise. Rafe and Eli are not just chasing answers, they are risking their reputations and potentially their safety. Traveling to Alamania places them in unfamiliar territory, where allies are uncertain and danger is unpredictable. This raises the possibility that the trip itself could become a trap. At the same time, the emotional cost of being wrong looms large. If the answers truly are closer to home, every moment spent abroad allows the real culprit to tighten their grip. Fans are already speculating that by the time Rafe and Eli realize the truth, Salem may have changed in irreversible ways. This storyline also highlights a recurring theme within Days of Our Lives, the idea that people often search far and wide for answers they are not ready to see up close. Distance can provide clarity, but it can also blind characters to what is right in front of them. As the plot advances, the contrast between action abroad and tension at home becomes more pronounced. Scenes in Salem feel heavier, more deliberate. Every interaction carries weight, as if the show is quietly building toward a reveal that will shock both the characters and the audience. Fans are divided on what will happen next. Some believe Alamania will provide a crucial piece of the puzzle, forcing Rafe and Eli to rethink everything they thought they knew. Others are convinced the trip is a red herring, designed to heighten suspense before the real truth explodes in Salem. What everyone agrees on is this: the answers are coming, and when they do, the fallout will be significant. Relationships will be tested, loyalties will be questioned, and the decision to leave Salem may prove to be either a bold move or a costly mistake. As viewers continue to watch Rafe and Eli's journey unfold, one thought grows louder with each episode. Sometimes the most dangerous assumption is believing the truth is somewhere else.
That growing realization is what makes the situation in Salem increasingly unsettling. While Rafe and Eli remain focused on what they believe awaits them in Alamania, the atmosphere back home feels charged, as if the truth is slowly pressing its way to the surface. The closer viewers look, the clearer it becomes that someone in Salem may already know exactly where the answers lie. Several familiar faces are now drawing attention, not because of what they say, but because of what they avoid. When questions come up about the investigation, certain characters deflect, change the subject, or offer information that feels deliberately incomplete. In a town like Salem, Avoidance is often louder than confession. Fans have begun pointing out how carefully some characters are positioning themselves. Without Rafe and Eli present to connect the dots, small inconsistencies are slipping by unnoticed. Statements that don't quite line up, timelines that feel slightly off, reactions that don't match the gravity of the situation. These details suggest that the truth may be hiding in plain sight. What makes this especially dangerous is that Salem thrives on proximity. Secrets are rarely kept at a distance. They live in shared spaces, in overheard conversations, and in moments when people believe they are not being watched. By sending Rafe and Eli away, the investigation loses its closest eyes and ears. There is also the question of motive. If someone deliberately steered the investigation toward Alamania, the reason becomes critical. Was it to buy time, to shift suspicion, or to set a trap? Fans are leaning toward the idea that this move was designed to delay discovery rather than accelerate it. Eli's quiet doubt continues to resonate with viewers. Though he hasn't openly challenged the mission, his hesitation feels intentional. His instincts have saved him before, and many believe those instincts are warning him now. The longer the trip goes on, the harder it will be to ignore the possibility that something crucial is being missed. Rafe, on the other hand, remains driven by responsibility. His determination is understandable. He wants resolution, he wants answers, and most of all, he wants to protect Salem. But determination can become dangerous when it blinds someone to alternative possibilities. Fans worry that his focus on Alamania may prevent him from seeing warning signs closer to home. As episodes continue to air, the tension between what the characters know and what the audience suspects grows stronger. Viewers are watching scenes in Salem with heightened awareness, picking apart every exchange for meaning. Soap operas thrive on dramatic irony, and this storyline appears to be leaning heavily into that tradition. Meanwhile, the absence of Rafe and Eli shifts the balance of power. Characters who once felt constrained now move more freely. Decisions are made without oversight. And in Salem, freedom often leads to consequences. The longer this imbalance lasts, the more opportunity exists for irreversible damage. There is also a psychological element at play. By chasing answers abroad, Rafe and Eli may be subconsciously avoiding something closer to home. Sometimes the hardest truths are the ones tied to familiar faces, trusted allies, or uncomfortable realizations. Distance can feel safer than confrontation. Fans have begun speculating that the reveal will not come in Alamania at all. Instead, they believe the overseas journey will serve as a contrast. While Rafe and Eli search elsewhere, the truth will emerge in Salem through an unexpected source. A slip of the tongue, a betrayal, or a moment where someone underestimates how much others already know. This theory aligns with the show's history. Major twists often happen when characters believe they are in control. The calm before the storm is rarely accidental, and right now Salem feels deceptively calm. As anticipation builds, viewers are bracing for the fallout. When the truth finally comes out, it will likely force Rafe and Eli to confront not just the case, but their own assumptions. The realization that the answers were closer than they thought could carry emotional consequences that last far beyond this storyline. What remains clear is that the journey to Alamania is only part of the story. The real danger may lie in what is happening while everyone is looking elsewhere. In Salem, secrets have a way of surfacing when least expected, and when they do, they rarely come quietly. And as events continue to unfold, one question hangs over every scene. When Rafe and Eli finally turned in attention back home, will they arrive in time to stop the truth from doing its damage, or will Salem already be forever changed?